Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome to Pretty Powerful Pandas, a mini-series where I'll walk you through the most useful, elegant lines of code in Pandas, whether you're just starting out or you want to level up your data game. Hi, and welcome back to Pretty Powerful Pandas. So this week we're looking at something that pretty much every analyst is going to be dealing with, and that's joining multiple data sets together. So if you've ever used SQL or VLOOKUP, you'll recognize this as a skill that we need. In Pandas, however, we are going to use .merge, and this helps us join all our data and keeps everything in one tidy script. So most of us learn SQL early on, especially if you're working with databases and pulling from different sources. However, once we're in Python, we don't actually need to hop back and forth. With .merge, we can do all of this in one go. So we've got some new data today. We're going for the Global Superstore data. You can get this on Kaggle. I think it was originally on Tableau. The reason I've chosen this is because there are multiple different tables, and we're going to work with two of them today, so the orders table and the returns. So let's have a little look at orders, and we just want to look at the first couple so we can see a few rows of data. So this is all the information we've got here. And then let's look at returns. Okay, so I've got less data. We could actually print out and see the shape if we fancied, but this is quite useful because what we can see here is I've got an order ID in both columns, in both data sets, which means that we can join them together. We actually have region in both as well, so we might have to just do something a little bit clever to fix that in a second. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to merge these two together, merge the DataFrames, and to do that we're literally going to use .merge. So let's set up a new data frame called merged, and that's going to equal pd.merge, and what I'm going to do is take the first data set, which was orders. I'm going to merge it with returns, and I'm going to merge it on the column called order ID. Wasn't that it? Yeah. So we're going to merge it on this order ID, and then we need to think about how we would like to merge it. So I'm going to merge it left, and we're going to see how that looks in a second. And there we go. We've still got all of the original orders, and if we scroll over, we've now got returned, which only existed in the returns column, and again the region. So this left merge, it just takes everything from the left column, the left data frame, which was my orders, and then it joins the returns, the right data frame, onto the orders where it matches on order ID. So that's our merging from the left. Now there's a couple of things here. We can see that returned actually has quite a few not a number or nulls in its columns, which are fine because there is, I'm assuming, a lot more data in orders than there were in returns. And we also have a region Y. And if we look back originally, we have a region X. And that is just there so that Python doesn't automatically overwrite your data, which would be quite dangerous sometimes. So that's quite a good positive thing. If you would like to fix that up, that would be quite nice. Let's take merged, and we're going to do a few things. We're going to let it equal a new merged, but we're going to drop the column, and you have to do there we go, and we're going to let that equal 2, and we're going to drop region Y because we don't need that. And we're also, while we're at it, we're going to rename our columns. What do we have? Region X. So that was our old name, and then we'd like to call it just region again. Okay, so when we do that, let's have a look. So we've just got region was already there and we've just got returned. What you could do is you could take the right hand column and just drop region in that and just merge them as that as well. So now we've got a lot of information together, so we've joined our two data sets, which is great. And if we look though, as I say, returned still has a lot of nulls, so let's fix that. So we're going to do merged, and we're going to look at the returned column. And we're just going to fix that, and we're going to say that everything in this column, so we're kind of resetting this column, and we're going to say fill NAs with no, because there's been no returns. So now let's have a little look at our merged. So now we've got all the things, we've only got a single region, and if we look at the very end to returned, we've got a lot of no's, and there we go. Lovely. If we wanted to have a little look at the kind of things that were returned, let's do a dot value counts. There we go. So we can see there's an awful lot more non-returned and kept, and very few that were actually returned. Lovely. If you wanted to, and if you were unsure and hadn't seen the different types of joins that you can have, they're pretty much like you can get in SQL. There's a few others as well, but these are the four most common ones. You can have an inner join, a left join, a right join, and a full outer join. So we've done this left join. We're table 1, we're taking everything from table 1 as is, and we are just joining table 2 where it matches onto table 1, and that kind of works for what we're looking for at the moment. But what if we wanted to, in a single step, just isolate the returned orders and get all the information for that? So what we'd want to do is an inner join, because I only want to look at table 2 data and take the table 1 data that concerns just those rows from table 2. So if we look at returned orders, let's make a new data frame for that. We're going to do pd dot merge, and this time we're going to do orders on returns, and on, we're still going to do order ID, but this time when we do how, we are going to do inner. Oh, hi. And if we look here, yeah, it's all yes, 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 yes. And I haven't replaced my regions for this one, so that's okay. We know how to do that from previous. But yeah, all of these ones are just the subsections of that full data set of merged, but this one was only the returned orders. So I've got all the information from table 1, but only about the rows that match with table 2. So that's our inner. Lovely. And then why is this useful? Well, we can do a few different things. So let's say we wanted to see the total profit lost from returns. So let's do a merged, and then we are going to take a subset of that. We're going to kind of slice it. So let's look at returned, anywhere that returned equals yes. And I would like to see the column profit, and we're going to sum that. There we go. So that's the total profit lost from returns. That's quite a lot of money, so that's maybe something you want to delve into, or you wanted to pull that data from for a report. That'd be really easy to do. And let's maybe see the top 5 products that are most frequently returned in case there's something going wrong there. I'm going to be really lazy and I'm going to return this. So merged, I'm slicing it, so I'm only looking at merged returned as yes, but this time I don't want profit, I want product name, and instead of sum I want value counts, And let's just take the top 5. So let's just say head, because that automatically gives us 5. And there we go. So we can see here's our 5 top returned products. Lovely. So merging gives you more than a complete data set. It gives you context depending on what you're looking for. And then once your data is connected, you can start asking all the questions that you need and hopefully find your answers all in one place. So that's your tip. Now go make your data pretty powerful.